Okay, let's see how the Simtoo Dragonfly Pro goes. So I've got the Wi-Fi connected to the camera, we've got FPV up here, and now just got to power the quad on. Okay, that's the quad on. Gotta wait for it to settle down now. Okay, gimbal still needs to align, and it should let out a beep. Okay, there we go. Turn the radio control transmitter on. Okay, starting up in normal mode. Okay, got that there. Just wait for the camera to align. As tilt the angle. Just straighten it before takeoff. Okay, all ready to go. I'm going to start video. Now I'm going to record video at 1080p at 60 frames per second, not 4K, so that I can integrate it into this video. I'll do a separate one at 4K at a later stage. Start video. See video is recording. Start motors. Motors started. Going to time it, start the clock, and press takeoff. Okay, so this is auto takeoff. Extends to about 5 meters and holds okay. Now I've got 16 satellites at a height of 8 meters, sorry. So in normal mode, it'll only go to a maximum height of 50 meters and 300 meters distance. I'm going to take it up some more. And forward. Okay, lights are very bright. See it quite clearly. Let's have a look here. Height of 18 meters. Let's take it up a little bit more. Okay, we're at a height of 22 meters. See FPV. Just turn it around, have a look there. Just take it down there. Okay, I hope you can see the FPV on the phone here okay. It's a bit slow, bit of a lag. Have a look over there. A little pan over there. Holding quite nicely now. There's a wind of about 8 miles per hour. Let's just turn it around. Wind of about 8 miles per hour, so there's a bit of wind. Seems to be holding nicely. You still see the lights, the front red lights quite clearly and quite bright. Okay, we lost connection, but we'll still just carry on. It should be able to reconnect. Let's just stop and press reconnect. So Wi-Fi range not so good. Okay, Wi-Fi battling to reconnect. Just bring it closer and see what it does. Okay, let's exit. Connect the camera again. Connection timeout. I hope the camera is still recording video. Okay, so let's forget about Wi-Fi. Look here. Take it up higher. Okay, do a pan over here. Forward. Get the birds in the picture there. Okay, that's into the sun, so we'll see what the camera looks like, what it does in the sun, into the sun. Get back across here. Okay, so this is full pitch forward. Doesn't go too fast in normal mode, I think about 5 meters per second. But in advanced mode it can go up to 20 meters per second. Okay, do a little pan around there. Yeah, I'm going to bring it down a bit now. Maneuverability. Okay, now to test the gimbal, you give it some sharp movements. So put it in the reverse. Go left, right, forward, back, left, right. So we'll see how stable the 3-axis gimbal remained. So we've been in the air 6.5 minutes. Just keep flying it around and see how much flying time we can get. No. Okay, let's test return to home. Just giving me a beep. Battery's still okay. Saying low battery. Been going nearly 9 minutes. Let's press return to home. A long press here. Okay, so now it's going to ascend. Oh, comes back quite quickly. Stop the clock, that's just over 9.5 minutes. Just see if I can connect the camera again. I can't. Okay, this time I'm going to do a manual takeoff. Start it up again. Start the clock. Okay, we're in a manual takeoff. Okay, getting a low battery warning. We've been going nearly 11 minutes. Let's just see what it's going to do. Okay, the alarm rate's increasing. Going 11.5 minutes. Okay, now it's ascending on its own at 12 minutes. So, bit of a low flying time. And stop the clock. So, 12-minute flight time. We'll see what the videos come out like. The app stopped, probably about 30 meters away. So, definitely a candidate for 5.8 gigahertz FPV. And not to rely on the Wi-Fi so much. But one can get a Wi-Fi extender. I'll have a look into that and might try it. Not for now. Held very stable in about an 8 mile per hour wind. Sounds good. Lights are very bright. It'll be a really great night flyer. So that was an interesting test flight. Seemed quite happy. The gimbal seems to have worked quite well. The FPV dropped out at around about 30 meters, which was to be expected because it does say in normal mode the range is only about 30 meters. Now the video, although nice and stable, it seemed very hazy. So the white balance setting I had was on auto. I'll try changing the white balance, but I don't know whether, it's oversensitive or whether it might need ND filter lens. But what I've also noticed is this doesn't seem to be the camera that came with the original version about a year ago. So I don't know if they've upgraded it or possibly even downgraded it, but we'll have a look and change a few settings to see. And then the disappointing thing was only 12 minutes flying time. So let's have a look at how much power we've got left in the battery. Now there's two ways we can do this. If we use the lead that we use to charge the battery, you can plug it in the one side, and if you have a battery meter, plug it in the other side. Just make sure that you put the negative side to where the negative should be. You don't want to do it the other way around because it can destroy the battery. So if we have a look here, so it's still got 28% left, 11.34 volts. So still quite a lot of power. Let's just see if the cells are okay. So 3.787, 3.771, and 3.791. So there's not a cell. So it's the overall charge. So this should have been around about 10.6 for when it landed. So we'll have to have a look and see what the low battery warning is in Missionplanner. Now if you don't have a balance charger like this and you know how to use a voltmeter, you can also use a voltmeter to check. And if we power the battery on, we can also see that, we've still got 2 bars remaining on the battery. This here. So put this into the negative port, put this in the positive there, and 11.34 volts. So still quite a lot of remaining power. And the battery, when it's fully charged, it's about 12.55, 12.56 volts. So just remember, fully charged about 12.55, and the remaining voltage was still about 11.38. So to check and do a battery calibration, you'll need an XT60 connector cable with a male and a female on either end. One end to plug into the battery, here, and the other one to plug into the quadcopter. You also need to plug this USB cable in. Over here. That's a USB cable plugged in. And then the quad starts beeping. Plug the battery in over here. And then also power the battery on. Then you need to click on connect here. I've connected already because it takes a little while and I don't want you to hear this ongoing beeping too long. Now, for interest's sake, if you want to see which version you've got, you click on messages here under flight data, and here we can see this is AC Simtoo version 3.2.1Q, dated September the 18th, 2017. So to calibrate the battery, we go to initial setup, we go to optional hardware, and we go to battery monitor here, and you input the value of the maximum battery charge in this section here, number 1. So I'll show you quickly. I'll redo it. I'll put in 12.55, and then you just need to click on this box number 3, and it'll automatically put in the value for number 3, and that's it. If we look at the low battery level warning, click on here. So it says, what do you want it to say? Battery warning and percentage low warning. Go OK. I put in a value of 9.6. Okay, and a percentage of 20%. If you want to save it, you go to configuration here, and then you click on write parameters, and it says parameters successfully saved. Then for interest's sake as well, you've got a lot of settings and features under configuration. But if you need to do a compass calibration, you go to initial setup. Under mandatory hardware, you click on compass here, and that takes you to where you can do a compass calibration. Here you can also do a radio calibration, ESC, accelerometer calibration, set fail-safes, and if you go back to optional hardware here, and just do that. If you need to do a gimbal calibration, you go here under optional hardware. So let me just disconnect here to stop the beeping. Okay, so now I need to go out and do a flight and see if I can improve the flying time. Also want to do a flight, flying with the wristwatch, and also a flight to get a 4K video. But weather permitting, it's been a bit difficult to find windows of opportunity to fly lately, and it's looking a bit bleak. But I did manage to get out today and do a quick flight, and here's some sample footage from that to show that by changing the camera settings I got a much better result by just changing the white balance to daytime.